Thank you so much for watching Merrimack TV's coverage of the girls' varsity basketball team, the Tomahawks, taking on Londonderry Lancers. I am Nicholas LaValle, the Town of Merrimack's Media Services Coordinator. Merrimack TV is the brand name for the Town of Merrimack's media division. We have a community TV studio located at 6 Babusick Lake Road in the Town Hall complex. Earlier today, we covered the junior varsity team and had a student volunteer, Aiden, who was running camera. Thank you, Aiden, for your help this afternoon. And of course, as we were joined during the junior varsity game, he's back to join us tonight for varsity. The voice of your Merrimack Tomahawks basketball, the one, the only, the living legend himself, Merrimack's Valentine, Brian Gagnon.
Well, thank you very much, Nick LaValle. And
well, I'm never going to not say that.
we welcome you to Merrimack High School tonight. We got a good one for you. The Londonderry Lancers and the Merrimack Tomahawks. These two teams met on Tuesday night with Merrimack winning by 21 points in that game. Talking to Coach Dugan between the end of the boys' game and on our way out on Tuesday night, and he said everything clicked in that game for the girls, and they did a wonderful job in that one. So we'll see if they can repeat that performance tonight. In between, they had a loss to Pinkerton last night, an 8-point loss on the road. A couple of good quarters, a couple of bad quarters for the girls. So we'll see if they can make things happen here tonight. Many of our great fans in attendance, a lot of the parents of these student athletes. This is the final regular season game for the Tomahawks. As we introduce the starting lineups tonight.
There's Mary Pellrine.
We got Kylie McGurn, Jordan Furlong, Ashley Rourke, Ashley Schmidt, and Olivia Chow. And that would be your Londonderry Lancers lineup. Nick Theos is your head coach. And Tomahawks will run out their usual starting five. Emma Veluzzi, Kira Bike, Lilly Davis, Kaylee Bournemouth, and Jillian Waller. Waller and Bike absolutely owned Londonderry on Tuesday night. And we'll pause for a moment for the national anthem. Would everyone please stand and remove your caps in honor of America with playing the national anthem?
Whether you're cheering on the Merrimack Tomahawks or the Londonderry Lancers, we want to hear from you. We'd love to give you a shout out. Follow us on Twitter at Merrimack TV, respond to our most recent tweet, or leave a comment under our most recent Facebook post. Let us know where you're watching. What town are you in? How you're watching, whether that's merrimacktv.com or Channel 21 or a Roku or Apple TV device, you're watching in HD on the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. We want to know. Let us know your favorite player. We're going to give you a shout-out. Again, Lancer fans and Tomahawk fans alike, Brian and I both love hearing from you.
We welcome you.
We had a lot of Lancer fans watching the JV game earlier today.
Yeah, great JV game for the Tomahawks. They came away with a 21-point win and finished their season 11-2. Coach Mary Watkinson and I had a conversation at the end of the game. She said their 2 losses this year were to BG and a 1-point loss to Wyndham. And they did get a win against BG's JV team. So very successful season for JV this year. And we're underway here at the Taylor Gymnasium in Merrimack. Should have a good one tonight. Rematch of last year's Division I quarterfinal. Nice D by Kira Bike, as always. Valuzzi gets in and forces the travel on Kylie McGurn. Defense is the calling card of this Merrimack team. They have done a tremendous job this year, holding opponents to 42 points a game. Well, they're 6-6, and they've scored 42 points a game and held opponents to 42 a game. Jillian Waller, corner 3, is way off the mark. And the rebounds to number 14, Ashley Rourke. She leads the Lancers in scoring. There's Furlong. Oh, I'm sorry, McGurn. Nice defense by DeBillis on Rourke. DeBillis slides with her. Rourke tries to drive to the lane. And DeBillis gets her with the body. Going to be 2 shots for Rourke.
Brian, I know our friend Melanie Carter is probably watching tonight.
Absolutely. This is Ashley Rourke at the line for Londonderry. She's their leading scorer, 11 points a game, and a high of 19 this year. And she puts her first one up on the board tonight. Make it 2 for 2 for Ashley Rourke, and a 2-0 Londonderry lead.
We've got our own Bedford Boulastis, Colin Marr, back at the Town Hall TV studio, who's monitoring tonight's live cablecast, the live stream. He's making sure our audio levels are good. Thanks for being here on a Friday evening, Colin. We appreciate that.
DeBillis' 3, no good. And the rebound by number 21, Olivia Chow. Londonderry looking to get some revenge for a 21-point defeat on Tuesday night at Londonderry High School. The boys are there tonight. We'll have updates for you on that game as we go through. Little spin move by Schmidt over to Chow. Now back to the corner. 2-point try is no good for Kylie McGurn. Chow with the rebound. Shot is no good by Jordan Furlong. And the Tomahawks start the break. DeBillis, long 2 is no good. And the rebound by Chow. Lancers with an early lead.
Told that Collins left the coming up next screen up.
Inside Furlong with the miss.
Colin, you're going to have to take down that coming up next screen.
Valuzzi.
Thanks to Julie on Twitter for pointing that out. No problem, Julie. Julie will get right to that.
Lilly DeBillis inside to Bournemouth off the cut. Valuzzi corner shot, no good. And the rebound by Chow. This is Ashley Schmidt, rather, for Londonderry. Schmidt kicks it to the corner. 2-point bid, no good for Ashley Rourke. Bournemouth's going to lead the break. Little bounce pass to Bike for 2. Kira Bike ties the game at 2.
Our apologies for having that coming up next screen on a little too long. Just a bit of a technical error over at the Town Hall TV studio. That happens from time to time. We were set up earlier for the JV game, so there must have been a setting left on the TriCaster over there, and got that out of the way so you can enjoy tonight's game.
Well, nice dish there by Emma Veluzzi, and that's going to get Kaylee Bournemouth to the line.
Thanks to our friend Julie on Twitter for pointing that out. Julie, are you cheering on the Tomahawks or Lancers tonight? We want to know.
So this is Kaylee Bournemouth at the line. Her first free throw is no good. Kaylee is averaging about 5.5 a game this season. Her season high is 12 points. She's been a force on both sides of the ball this year for Merrimack. They extend their lead, or take the lead now, 3-2. Merrimack played last night in Derry against Pinkerton, so we'll see if they have their legs tonight in this final regular season game. Shot by Schmidt is no good. Veluzzi to the corner. Waller kicks it back to DeBillis. Back to Waller. She's guarded by Chow. And DeBillis is going to reset the offense. Nice work by this Merrimack offense. Trying to get a good shot here. Nice screen by Bournemouth. She hits her on the roll, and she'll go to the line for two. Perfect screen and roll.
Brian, I've got some great news. Dan and Judy Waller are watching from Port Orange, Florida. They say go Tomahawks.
Some of our favorites.
But they're also pointing out it's 70 degrees where they are.
They have the brisket on tonight.
Dan and Judy, let us know. You got the brisket going? What's for dinner? Brian and I are starving.
Foul was on Ashley Schmidt for Londonderry, and she'll take a seat. Bournemouth hits 1 of 2 again. That's KB, as her teammates call her. Kaylee Bournemouth. The ladies tonight looking for their 7th win of the season. Chow with the 3-point try, no good. Nice rebound. And she's knocked to the ground, but no call. That's Madeline O'Shaughnessy. Veluzzi looking down low for Bournemouth, and she lost the handle. It's a good look by Veluzzi. 4-2 Merrimack, and we'll get our first look at their pressure defense. The old 1-2-1-1. Very aggressive press. And Londonderry throws it out of bounds. So the press does what it's supposed to do. And Nick Theos wants a timeout for Londonderry. He jokes with the ref, can I get a 2-minute timeout? Obviously not happy with his team right now.
Matt Center also commented on our Facebook page, just pointing out the graphics that were up. But Matt, who are you cheering for? Tomahawks, Lancers? Let us know. How are you watching? Channel 21, our website, or Roku or Apple TV device? Do you have a favorite Tomahawk? We want to know.
Well, Coach Nick Theos not happy with his team right now. Probably get most of that on the air. It is 4-2 Merrimack. I don't think he's happy with the turnovers right now. And that's the one thing as a coach that will drive you crazy is turning the ball over. Well, we got the final game of the regular season for you here tonight, and the playoffs begin next Friday night. Region 3. We are hopeful to have that game for you here on Merrimack TV. Just check our social media pages just to confirm. But we should have that game for you.
The next couple weeks are pretty busy for Merrimack TV. We have our school deliberative session and followed by the town deliberative session as well. So as long as the games do not conflict with our coverage of the deliberative sessions, we will do our absolute best to bring you varsity playoff games live.
Waller back to Bike on the inbounds play. DeBillis wide open 3. No good. Tipped out by Bournemouth. Nice play. Veluzzi's going to try a 3. Yes! Emma Veluzzi from downtown makes it 7-2 Merrimack. Chow from the middle. That's where you're going to attack this press. Chow looking for a cutter down low. Can't find one. She's going to give a screen to O'Shaughnessy. And that ball is stolen by Bournemouth and saved by Veluzzi. Nice effort by those two ladies right there. Waller, deep three. In and out. And it will be Lancer ball. Sarah Clegg getting ready to check in for Londonderry. 2-point field goal, no good by Ashley Rourke. And the rebound by Shannon Ball. Chow to Rourke. Rourke's going to try a three, and it's good. Rourke from downtown makes it 7-5. She answers the three by Veluzzi. Waller, baseline drive. Goes up strong. Nice defense by Chow. Getting in there. Londonderry back, getting a trap. And they're going to get Waller for the foul.
Dan and Judy Waller in Port Orange, Florida, cheering on Jillian Waller. They say it's chicken tonight, brisket tomorrow. And they're hoping that Jillian scores 16 plus tonight, Brian. So make a note of that. Are we going to see Jillian score 16?
She had a season high 23 on Tuesday night against Londonderry. This very same team, so we'll see what happens. Nice D by Veluzzi. But she is a animal on defense. And Cody's going to travel in the corner. Nice defense by Kylie McGurn.
Matt Center's eating nachos and drinking blood orange margaritas while watching his niece, Lilly Davis, play. He says, go Tomahawks. All right, Matt.
That sounds tremendous, Matt.
Save some nachos for me. Give the margaritas to Brian.
Absolutely. Nice D again by Merrimack. Shannon Sebwani, her first action of the night. Bournemouth finds Cody. Cody back to Bournemouth, top of the key, and they'll reset. Londonderry in man-to-man defense. I thought Bournemouth turned that one over. Thought she was going to cut on that one. And another foul. This is going to be on Cody.
Aunt Karen's watching her niece, Lilly Davis. She says, go Tomahawks.
And speaking of, she'll be re-entering the game.
A lot of Tomahawks fans watching the varsity game. We welcome Lancer fans, too. If you're a Lancer fan, go ahead. Comment on our social media. Hit us up, Twitter, Facebook. Respond to our most recent post. Respond to our most recent tweet. We'll give you a shout-out as well. We welcome those across the river in Londonderry.
And Shannon Ball hits a pair of free throws to tie the score at 7. Londonderry 4 of 4 from the line. Veluzzi to Waller, back to Bike. Kira had 18 on Tuesday night, her season high as well. Bike to Waller, back to Sebwani, and now they're going to reset up the top of the key. Cody, 4 seconds left, hits, and that's Waller. So Waller with the basket there. And that will make it a 9-7 Merrimack lead after 1 quarter of play at Merrimack High School. So we talk about the Division III playoffs, or the Division I playoffs, Region 3. And we got some great matchups coming up. The first matchup, and first thing you got to know about this region is it was a random draw. So Merrimack ends up getting the number 1 seed in the region, and they will play the winner of Pinkerton and Wyndham. Yes, folks, that's a playing game. Pinkerton versus Wyndham. They play on Tuesday night. The winner of that game comes here on Friday night, 7 o'clock. That's going to be a heck of a basketball game.
I bet. You know, the fans are having a good time tonight. I got the camera on Veluzzi Nation right now. Looks like Lucas has joined Veluzzi Nation as well. Some more Tomahawk fans here tonight. Everyone is masked up. Parties that don't know each other appear to be 6 feet apart. We appreciate following the COVID protocols, keeping everyone safe to help slowing the spread of COVID-19. Appreciate everyone doing that in-house.
So that is the one thing next Friday night. They are allowing the road fans in the building Friday night. Two tickets per player for the road fans, as it is a playoff game. So special exemption made for Merrimack to host these games. That is Clegg with it for Londonderry.
Well, with the extra set of bleachers down, I'm sure that will help out.
Yes. Ashley Schmidt takes it into the lane. Her pass is thrown away. It will be Merrimack ball. Ashley Rourke back into the game for Jordan Furlong. Well, you talk about the break that Merrimack got. I mean, you only have to beat now one of Pinkerton or Wyndham, the two best teams in the region. Waller's 3 is a miss. And then you get, if you win that game Friday night, you get the finals at home, the regional final at home. So you get 2 home playoff games in the random draw. So pretty amazing break for Merrimack. This is a 3-point try for Schmidt, no good, and out of bounds.
We were fortunate enough during the junior varsity game today. We had a student volunteer running camera. I want to thank Aiden for joining us for the junior varsity game. Brian on play-by-play is also a volunteer. We appreciate all that our volunteers do. If you'd like to become involved at Merrimack TV, we'd love for you to help out in any way that you would like to. Just send us an email, merrimackTV@merrimacknh.gov, if you'd like to run camera for a game, or if you have an interest in play-by-play, moving into spring sports. If we cover any spring sports, we may need play-by-play for some of those teams. Unfortunately, we will not be covering baseball or softball home games. We took a look at the field here at Merrimack High School, and it's just not conducive to proper recording. And we don't want to bring any coverage that isn't doesn't do these great young student athletes justice. So unfortunately, we won't be doing that, but we're going to try to work with some community TV centers in neighboring communities if their field is conducive to recording, or if their local public access channel is showing the game live, we'll try to show that feed on Merrimack TV. So keep up to date. Follow us on social media for any spring sports coverage and what we may or may not be able to do.
Well, Coach Brian Dugan doesn't like what he sees. He's going to call a 30-second timeout here in Merrimack. Trailing now 12-11. Ashley Rourke has 10 of Londonderry's 12 points thus far. And Merrimack's got to figure out what to do there on defense. Well, you talk about, again, Region 3 and the break Merrimack got getting the number 1 seed and getting Pinkerton Wyndham in that playing game. The other kind of break you get in the playoffs is you're no longer in BG's region. I mean, that's unbelievable if you're a Merrimack fan. You got a chance now at a Final Four. I mean, it's the chance is there. This is Jillian Waller, baseline drive. And she's quickly shut off by the Lancers. Schmidt kicks it over to the corner for 3. And McGurn misses, I should say, from the wing. Faluzzi, long pass for Waller. Waller to Bournemouth. Yeah, think about not having to play BG in a regional. I mean, that's you wouldn't see them till the Final Four. So you get a chance to advance pretty quickly here. Bike with the ball for Merrimack. They're looking to get this lead back. They trail by 1. To Billis, to Bournemouth. Merrimack having a hard time with this defense. Londonderry doing a nice job defending the off-ball screens. Faluzzi, reverse layup, no good. And the rebound by number 2, Shannon Ball, the only other scorer for Londonderry right now. And that's the girl that scored them all, Ashley Rourke. She Almost got the ball back there from Olivia Chow. Rourke, guarded by DeBillis. She comes off a screen, pops the 2, and it's good. She is in a zone right now, folks. 12 points for Ashley Rourke. 14-11. Merrimack's got to find an answer for her pretty quick. Valuzzi, guarded by Ball, and we're going to get a foul here. Foul's on Ball. Third team foul on Londonderry, first personal. Jillian Waller's going to take a seat, as is Kaylee Bournemouth. Bike to Cody. Back to DeBillis. Now Bike coming off the screen on that inbounds play. Nice defense by Furlong on the baseline. Valuzzi gets Bike down low. Easy 2, and she missed it. Now loose ball. Cody gets all over that rebound. And Londonderry able to get the steal. Chow fakes the pass, takes the shot, and makes it. And Londonderry on a big run here. Foul is on Valuzzi. That is her first. Team's fourth. So Londonderry can extend its lead to 6 here if Chow can convert on the free throw. And it's good. Londonderry 5 of 5 from the charity stripe. They got a 17-11 lead. They're on a 15-4 run. Valuzzi takes it to the rack. Her left-hand layup, no good. And it's rebounded by number 13, Jordan Furlong. Chow thought about 3. Sebwani all over her. They look inside. Nice D by Bike. And she throws it off. DeBillis out of bounds. And we'll get Waller back in the game for the Tomahawks for Lilly DeBillis. 17-11 Lancers. A little bit of a surprise here tonight, thus far. 3-point ball, no good. And the rebound will go to Valuzzi. Waller thought about 3. She drives in hard. Off glass, no good. Jillian only with 2 points so far. Ashley Rourke, the story so far, and she'll get to the line. Valuzzi's second foul. And that'll be the 5th team foul. Bournemouth will come back in the game, as will DeBillis. And Ashley Rourke at the line for Londonderry. Her first shot, no good. O'Shaughnessy back in for Londonderry. Valuzzi and Cody will sit for Merrimack. And the second shot is good for Ashley Rourke. 13 for Ashley, and it's 18-11 in favor of Londonderry.
If you're watching tonight's game and you'd like a shout out, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know how you're watching, where you're watching, and who you're cheering for. Are you a Lancers fan or a Tomahawks fan? We want to know. Tell us who your favorite player is. Just respond to our most recent tweet on Twitter at Merrimack TV, or find us on Facebook. Comment on our most recent post. We'll give you a shout out.
Nice take by Ashley Schmidt. Boy, Merrimack this has been a problem with the team this year. The one bad quarter, it's come back to bite them. Waller with the miss. This might be the one bad quarter tonight. We'll talk to Coach Dugan after the game tonight, and I'm sure have something to say about this second quarter. Waller to the rack, and she gets fouled. Count the basket. We'll see if that will change some of the momentum here. That foul is on Olivia Chow. First personal. 4th team foul. And Jillian Waller to the line, shooting 1. 5 points now for Jillian Waller. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. in favor of Londonderry.
So we got Uncle Matt, Aunt Karen, Dan and Judy. Who else is watching tonight? Let us know. We want to hear from you.
Good defense here by the Tomahawks. Of course, we're going to see tonight, they wear down having already played last night. Londonderry had with the fresh legs. Good look for Sebwani, and she couldn't get the handle. Bike looked ahead. Nice pass there for Bike, but Sebwani could not handle it. And we got a minute to go in this first half. 20-16 our score. Bike fights her on the screen. Nice job. She's all over Ashley Rourke. That's the person you want on her right now, Kira Bike. And a traveling violation on Ashley Schmidt. Well, Merrimack can try to get this down to a 2-point game here before halftime. They trailed by as much as 6 in this early going.
Oh.
Waller for 3, and it's good.
Awesome. I'm sure Dan and Judy love that one.
All of a sudden, Jillian with 8 points, and it's 2019. Boy, she can get hot really quick. Londonderry will hold for the final shot of the first half. Perfectly content with a lead against a team they lost by 21 to last week. DeBillis went for the steal, no good. Shot is up and no good. And Merrimack fights back to take a 1-point deficit into halftime.
Well, that was a great way to end that second quarter for sure.
Absolutely. So our score at the end of the first half of play tonight is Merrimack 19, Londonderry 20.
Let me see if I know you have a few things to say during halftime
sure.
here. Just let me double check to see if we got any scores from our neighboring community TV stations here. I know that the Nashua ETV is covering the boys varsity game, Bishop Girton versus Nashua North. Bishop Girton is 15 to Nashua North 10 with just a few seconds remaining in the second quarter. Thanks to our folks at Nashua ETV for covering the Nashua Bishop Girton game tonight. Brian, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. And, tonight I think with Londonderry in town, we'd be remiss if we didn't at least acknowledge the passing of one of their coaches, the legendary John Fagula. And, John is, easily one of the faces of girls basketball in New Hampshire. And coached for 12 years at Londonderry, coached for about, I'm going to say it was about 20 years at Nashua, and built just an unbelievable resume between those two schools. Nashua, he won 432 games against 72 losses, 11 state titles at Nashua. But, at Londonderry, coached there for 12 seasons, 192 wins. That's an average of 16 a year. Took them to the state championship in 2014, and his last game was a 57-56 win against Bedford. That ended their 39-game winning streak. Also brought them to finals in 2011 and 2012. Coach Fagula, just an amazing resume, and we had Nashua South here, or we were scheduled to have Nashua South here earlier this year. They didn't make it due to COVID, but now that we have Londonderry here, certainly wanted to at least acknowledge the career of Coach Fagula. That guy is the ambassador of girls basketball in the state, and we would not have the quality of girls basketball that we have today without Coach Fagula. I mean, that guy raised the bar so high in the 80s over at Nashua, had a nationally ranked team, brought them to number one in the nation. I mean, you're never going to see that again. It's truly remarkable what he was able to accomplish. So, I wanted to acknowledge the passing of Coach Fagula and just acknowledge the career that guy had here in New Hampshire in girls basketball.
That's a great tribute and very thoughtful of you to say that, especially for our folks who are joining us from Londonderry. Seems like he's probably touched a lot of lives, and he had a great record while he was coaching.
That guy I coached more girls. I can't even imagine the amount of lives that he touched. The Division I athletes that he coached, I think it was double digits. Division I, Division II, you got so many girls to college, to extend their careers, and just a phenomenal coach. And I had several friends that played for him. They recognized him at the Nashua North, Nashua South game this year prior to the game, and so many friends that played for him, and said what a great coach he was, what a great mentor, just everything you could ask for in a coach. Really introduced kind of that up-tempo style of play, and the pressure defense, and I mean they just came after you night after night, and whether it was a Tuesday night against Portsmouth or you're playing a national tournament, he played the same way, and just tremendous coach, tremendous team.
Awesome. And I want to thank the Londonderry Lancer fans who are watching today's game. We appreciate you for tuning into Merrimack TV. We had a whole bunch of Lancer fans for the JV game. It's great to hear from them. We'd love to hear from you. Hit us up on Twitter at Merrimack TV.
Yeah, the JV game tonight was tremendous, and credit the job that Mary Watkinson did with the team this year. The girls team did a tremendous job, 11-2. If you missed the beginning of the broadcast, I pointed out they split with BG this year. That was one of their losses, and their other loss was a 1-point loss to Wyndham. So just a great, successful season for JV. The future is really bright for the girls team. They're looking really strong.
That was really fun to do a JV game. We did a boys JV earlier this week because we needed to test out our gear and make sure we had a live broadcast. Had some time opened in our schedule at Town Hall. We were very light on meetings this week, which was welcomed. We've just been out straight. We are a staff of only 2.5 employees, and we cover a lot of board and committee meetings. We also have a TV studio where if you're a Merrimack resident and you want to have up to a 27-minute talk show that plays several times a week on the community channel, we'll give you an hour of studio time. We'll help you produce that. Just reach out to us, Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov. We have some amazing community channel shows. We have a brand new episode of Straight Talk with Bill Souza this week. Bill Souza is a beloved retired Merrimack High School history teacher. And really, the show is just a way to get to know Bill and his points of view. We like Bill using the community TV studio. Also, State Representative Janine Notter, she has a show called Chatting with Janine. She brings in, her show is mostly fairly political, but she brings in a lot of interesting guests. She had the governor in a couple months ago, which was really cool to just have the governor come into our community TV studio. And I'm not supposed to pick, favorites, but I do really enjoy Dan Bolio's Let Freedom Ring. Dan brings in a whole bunch of different guests, and they talk about everything, Brian, whether it's pop culture, politics, sports, music, wrestling seems to be a reoccurring theme on their show. We appreciate Dan, just a Merrimack resident, making use of our community TV studio. And as I've said with Andy Berkeley, our hockey play-by-play, man, I would love to have Brian and Andy do shows or collaborate on at least one special about winter sports, because these guys have gotten to know the teams. They've done an excellent job, and the coaches are familiar with the two of them, and it'd be awesome to have Brian and Andy come in and got the team waving to us there. There they are, your Varsity Tomahawks. And yeah, we'd love to see new shows produced by Merrimack residents. So
absolutely,
send us an email. But what I really love tonight, Brian, is I'd love for the folks to hit us up on Twitter, social media, Facebook. Respond to our most recent tweet. Let us know you're watching. Let us know who you're cheering for. Question of the week: who is your NBA Jam team? Brian was a Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets, baby.
And I was
unstoppable.
Utah Jazz. Sometimes I played Seattle Supersonics as well.
Sonics are pretty solid.
And Colin Marr back at the community TV studio, he let us know he was a Orlando Magic all the way.
We got the second half underway here in Merrimack. It seemed like a very light-hearted Merrimack huddle. They coming out of that half, very loose. We'll see how they come out here in the second half. Rourke, three-pointer. Oh, my goodness. Ashley Rourke. She's got 16.
Speaking of shout-outs on our Twitter feed, we've finally heard from Melanie and Kevin Carter, Kaylee's grandparents. So we know that they're saying, go Tomahawks. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again, Melanie. Melanie, we appreciate you following us on Twitter. We're probably your favorite Twitter feed.
Valuzzi from Bike kicks it to the corner. Waller for three. Yes! Jillian Waller all of a sudden now 11 points. First Tomahawk in double digits. She got off to a slow start, but she's been on fire since.
I'm sure Dan and Judy in Port Orange, Florida are fired up tonight.
Nice defense by Bournemouth on Chow. Chow floats it over to number 5, Kylie McGurn. And a nice steal by our number 5, Emma Valuzzi.
Valuzzi Nation.
Valuzzi kicks it to DeBillis. Three-pointer is off the mark. $16 points for Ashley Rourke. She has the ball right now. She leads all scorers. It looked like a carry there by McGurn. She got away with one. Bournemouth able to save it. And DeBillis starts the break for Merrimack. She kicks it over to Waller. Now gives her a screen. Bournemouth back to DeBillis. Now Waller in the corner. Skips it over to Bournemouth. Back to DeBillis. DeBillis. Left hand, off glass and in, and Merrimack takes the lead. 24-23, we got a good one tonight in Merrimack.
I know Uncle Matt's watching Lilly tonight, having nachos, having some beverages.
Missed layup there for Ashley Schmidt. She got a little caught under the basket. Waller, nice fake, baseline drive. Missed the two. Little contact there, but no call. Probably the right call. Coach Nick Theos imploring his team to finish. Here's Rourke for the Lancers. Well over her season average of 11. And good defense by the Tomahawks. DeBillis ahead to Waller. Waller, long three. No good. And the rebound is off number 15, Ashley Schmidt. And it will be Merrimack ball. A reminder, stay tuned for updates on the playoffs. Next Friday night, these Tomahawks will be here. We're hoping to have that game for you live on Merrimack TV. But check your social media pages for that one.
Absolutely. Whenever the schedule's posted to SAU26.org or the athletic department, We'll also share that information on our social media page.
And the fun of random draws, the 1-11 boys team also drew a bye. Waller misses an easy layup.
As long as we're not conflicting with the town or school deliberative, we'll try to bring you playoff coverage as well. But our priorities are always with our meeting coverage. On a personal note, this is way more fun to cover.
It's probably way more fun to watch.
Well, we strongly believe in covering local democracy in action. So that's our bread and butter, and we have that's our priority. But if there's no conflict, then we will do our best to bring you playoff coverage. I told Michael Susi, the athletic director, early in the season, I said, hey, these are the games that we can commit to. That's when we'll be there. I said, I can't guarantee rescheduled, but I'm very proud to say that we got pretty much every game we said we'd cover. The only game we couldn't was that President's Day, because really we were off, but we had a conflict because although we were short-staffed, we had to cover the school board meeting, so that took priority for that one.
Bournemouth's 3 in and out.
But we're happy to bring you coverage if and when we can.
So Kylie McGurn hit a couple of free throws to put Londonderry ahead. 25-24. And Merrimack's missed a couple since. Rourke to McGurn. Stopped by Bournemouth. Now Rourke, three-point try, no good. And the rebound by number 2, Shannon Ball.
Uncle Matt giving us some props today, saying we're doing a great job with the broadcast. Thank you very much, Uncle Matt. Big shout out to the Bedford Boulasses himself, Colin Marr. I hope that doesn't catch on, because that's so specific to the day-to-day at Merrimack Community TV.
Emma Camerlin into the game now for Merrimack. Her first action of the game, as is Shannon Sebwani. Be DeBillis, Faluzzi, Sebwani, Camberlin, and Bike for Merrimack. Faluzzi's pass almost picked off. DeBillis with a little hook, and it's no good. Rebound by O'Shaughnessy. Lancers up 25-24. Faluzzi gets her hands all over it, and a jump ball. It will be Lancer ball.
We're hoping to see a Merrimack win tonight, but we know that we have our friends in Londonderry watching, so we wish you guys the best of luck. And if you're watching, we want to know. Hit us up, social media, we'll give you a shout out. We want to hear from our friends across the river there. The Robin Frost house, is that in Derry or Londonderry?
I believe it's Derry.
Okay.
Good take by Faluzzi, and the scoop is good. And Nick Theos not pleased with Faluzzi getting to the rack there. I can't say I blame him. Merrimack up 26-25. O'Shaughnessy's shot way off. Rebounded by Kira Bike. Stolen by Rourke. And she gets fouled from behind by Camberlin. Nice effort by Ashley Rourke. Oh, that's going to be on Bike, actually. Her first, team's second. And this is Ashley Rourke at the line shooting a pair. First one is good. Number 23, Sarah Clegg, will enter the game here. Schmidt also re-entering. Rourke goes 2 for 2. She's got 18. Ball and Rourke will have a seat. Schmidt and Furlong into the game for Londonderry. They'll join Clegg, Chow, and McGurn.
Well, speaking of Rourke, looks like Joanne Sullivan, she says, go Ashley Rourke and the Londonderry Lancers.
Well, she's going to be real pleased tonight.
Thanks for messaging us, Joanne.
Faluzzi 3 is no good.
Best of luck to your Lancers.
Here's Faluzzi, guarded by Clegg. Bournemouth to Sabwani, back to DeBillis. Faluzzi, crossover, goes left hand. Her shot no good. And the Lancers have the ball. We've had 5 lead changes in this game. 3 in this quarter alone. 27-26. Great game tonight from Merrimack. Final minute, third quarter.
We have some real classic Merrimack TV fans watching this game tonight. I mean, we have the Waller family. We have the Carters watching.
The usual suspects.
Uncle Matt's watching. I think he's new. I don't quite remember Uncle Matt, but I like his style. A couple cold beverages, some nachos. He knows what's up. I'd swap out the margaritas for a polar seltzer, but.
Nice take by Faluzzi on the offensive glass, and she gets it. Another lead change. Faluzzi with 7. 28-27. Londonderry giving Merrimack all they can handle tonight.
This is a great game tonight, Brian.
Londonderry, very well-coached team. And a timeout by Nick Theos. Speaking of that coach.
You know, I really enjoy watching a close game like this. I had a great time the other night at the hockey game at the Westside Ice Arena, despite it being very cold. The game was close. The action was hot.
So we got a 30-second timeout for Londonderry. And remind you, tonight's our final regular season girls game. It's been a blast calling these games for you this year, and we'll hopefully get at least one more in next week. I want to thank everybody who's made these broadcasts possible this year. Mike Susi and the athletic department here at Merrimack High School, and all the folks at Merrimack TV done a fantastic job.
Well, we wouldn't be much without volunteers like you, Brian. Can always use some more hands if you have an interest in maybe running camera, doing play-by-play for another team. Just holler at us, Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov. We had a student volunteer running camera for us at the JV game. Mr. Aiden stopped by. Super nice kid. It was nice to have my hands free for that one. I'm doing double duty between checking our social media pages and running camera. You know, we're a small staff, and volunteers are super helpful. So, got to hand it to folks like Brian Gagnon, Andy Berkeley, Aiden.
Boy, Rourke missed the shot right at the buzzer there. Might have got away with the travel, but nonetheless, she missed the shot, and we got a great ball game here, 28-27 at the end of 3. I will say I've had way too much fun this year doing the games. It's, going back to doing the games at Southern New Hampshire University in college, and, it's been a long time since I've done some games, but I had way too much fun this year. Now we get some of our fans here.
There's Mary Pelrine. She takes photos. She takes photos of everyone. She's got a photo of us, Brian.
Oh, no.
I'm sure we look great.
Well,
Make that my profile pic.
I've always said I have a face for radio. I don't know about you, Nick. But
you got a face for community TV, my friend. That's why we got to get you in the TV studio. Let's take a look. This is Brian. This is Brian. Look at this guy. He is married, so.
That's right. Right.
Brian is a super dad. His son Lucas is celebrating his 10th birthday. 9th birthday?
10th. 10th on
double digits.
Thursday night, and my daughter celebrated her 8th yesterday. So
awesome. Happy
birthday to my 2 Rugrats. As Waller puts up a 3, no good. Shameless plugs for my family. Anytime we can do that.
Well, we know that your kids are the Tiny Tomahawk fans.
They sure are. Tiny in stature.
Oh, yeah, big in attitude, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Nice block by Kira Bike.
Well, it was fun talking to the kids between games.
So they gave you their life story.
Yep. Well, I have a nephew just a couple years younger than I'm the fun uncle. So.
Bike, nice take in the lane. Her floater is no good. Rebound by Clegg. Lancers push it up the floor. Rourke, open three. No good. Rebound by Bike. Rourke has cooled off finally. She's got 18, but I don't know how open you want to leave her. The way she's got going tonight.
I know we have aunts and uncles watching tonight. I know we mentioned Uncle Matt earlier. We got Aunt Karen watching as well. Aunt Karen's watching Lilly Davis. She says, "Go Tomahawks."
Valuzzi to Jillian Waller, leading scorer for these Tomahawks. Will screen away, they get Bike. Now they find Bournemouth, baseline drive, no good, rebound Clegg.
So many aunts and uncles tonight watching the game. Trisha Driscoll, this is good. Trisha Driscoll's watching from Illinois. So we have
someone. First.
Illinois is a first. I think the closest would probably be Michigan, right?
I think so.
To Illinois. Aunt Trisha, she's watching her niece, Sarah Clegg, who plays for Londonderry. She says, "Thanks for broadcasting so we can all watch." Well, Trisha, thanks for watching. Best of luck to your Lancers.
And speaking of Sarah Clegg, she hits the first free throw.
Awesome. Trish, she's doing this for you right now.
Londonderry owning the free throw line right now. And
nice.
She hits them both, so.
Aunt Trish, you must be the magic. You're the magic. Just
Londonderry
sunk those baskets.
12 of 13 from the free throw line tonight. That is really good. Valuzzi, they have numbers now. Left-hand scoop, and she'll go to the line. Draws the foul on 13, Jordan Furlong. That's the first foul on Londonderry in this half. And Valuzzi will go to the line to add to her 7 points, or try to add. Shot is no good. And Olivia Chow back into the game for Clegg. Good minutes for Sarah Clegg. Valuzzi looking to try to tie this game here. And she does.
This is a great game tonight.
Emma with 8 points and controlling the defensive end as always. Well, I'm not sure you can find better defensive guards than Valuzzi and Bike. They've done a tremendous job this year for the Tomahawks. Chow brings it in for Londonderry. Schmidt gets the pass from McGurn. Now Rourke, guarded by Valuzzi. Valuzzi, nice defense. She gets her hands in there every single time, it seems. DeBillis to Bike. Bike. Skip pass to Waller. Baseline 2. No good. Rebound Lancers. Under the 5-minute mark now in this fourth quarter, and Londonderry throws it away.
Mimi Merrick is watching Jillian Waller from East Hampton, Mass. with Auntie Katie watching from Montauk, Mass. Go Jillian and go Tomahawks.
And Jillian takes it to the rack, and she'll go to the line.
I'm going to guess a Mimi is a grandma. I think we've heard from Katie before.
We have, I believe.
Yeah, we've definitely heard from Mimi Merrick before. So, Mimi Merrick, great to hear from you. Auntie Katie, thanks for joining us as well. Go Jillian.
Big free throw for Jillian Waller gives Merrimack the lead.
There we go.
Sixth lead change of this game, fifth of the half.
This has got to be because Mimi and Aunt Katie are watching.
Of course.
It's got to be.
And she is out of bounds. Good defense by Kaylee Bournemouth. KB on the defensive end. 30-29 in favor of the Tomahawks. Waller pops, no good. Rebound Bike. Great rebound. She just couldn't get the handle. 1-point game, 4.5 to go in regulation. A great one tonight here in Merrimack. So happy you could join us on Merrimack TV for the regular season finale. So happy you've been able to join us all season long. It's been fantastic. Shot is no good. Rebounds to Ashley Rourke. Nice hustle for the Lancers. Kylie McGurn to Rourke. Guarded by Bike. 3-point try for Schmidt. No good. Rebound Waller. And Merrimack with the lead. They're going to try to slow it down a little bit here. The clock is their friend right now. Baluzzi to Bike. Bike kicks it to DeBillis. Wide open three. Ooh, just off the mark. That would have been a big one. 30-29, our score. Now at the 3.5-minute mark in this fourth quarter. Looks like Schmidt blew a tire there. And she's all right. Schmidt gets the ball back here, guarded by DeBillis. Chow fakes on Bournemouth. She goes in, and they're going to get DeBillis for a foul there. I believe it was DeBillis. That's her third. I'm going to say she wasn't set. And Olivia Chow goes to the line. First one is good. Chow with a chance here to give Londonderry the lead. She is a junior. And she hits them both. Londonderry 14 of 15 from the line. 31-30 in favor of the Lancers. Bournemouth to Jillian Waller. Sebwani inside to Veluzzi off the screen. Veluzzi off glass, in. What a shot by Emma Veluzzi. And she's in double figures with 10. 32-31 Merrimack with 2:53 to go. And Brian Dugan wants a timeout. It's gonna be
Auntie Jackie shouting out Lilly Davis, her niece. From Uncle John in North Carolina. Uncle Matt's brother. Everyone's watching tonight.
Well, once again, we remind you this Merrimack team will be in the playoffs next Friday night, 7 o'clock. We hope to be carrying that game for you. So check your social media for updates, and they will get the winner of a great play-in game between Wyndham and Pinkerton on Tuesday night. Wyndham at 7-4, split with the Tomahawks this year. And Pinkerton just played the Tomahawks to an 8-point win last night.
Well, thanks for watching, Aunt Jackie, Uncle John, Uncle Matt, Aunt Karen, Aunt Tricia, Mimi, Merrick. Everyone's watching tonight. Most of them are saying go Tomahawks. A whole bunch of them are saying go Lancers. And I'll be honest, this is a good game. This is a close game between two really great teams. And it's a joy to watch.
A rematch of last year's incredible playoff game.
You were here for that, right?
Oh, absolutely. Last game we had fans here. Fans from off the street, I should say.
It was packed, you said.
Good defense by Bike. And she missed the layup. Bournemouth tipped it to Bike, but she had a foot out of bounds. The Lancers came in here as the 11 seed last year. Merrimack was 17-1, the number 2 seed in the state. And the Lancers came in here and won convincingly. I think it was a 26-point win. Not the way Merrimack wanted its season to end last year. So looking to get a little revenge back here. These two could meet in the playoffs as well. This is Chow. Back to Ashley Rourke. Chow gives her a screen. Rourke to the basket. No good. And the rebound back to Rourke. Her shot way off the mark. And Veluzzi able to get it and pass through the trap. Bike to Bournemouth, and they're going to slow it up here with 1:50 to go. Veluzzi is fouled by Schmidt.
With just under 2 minutes left to go, if you want to get a shout out, let us know where you're watching, how you're watching, who you're cheering for. Just respond to our most recent tweet on Twitter at Merrimack TV. Respond to our most recent post on Facebook. We'll try to give you a shout out. Looks like we're going to have a little post-game interview with Coach Brian Dugan.
Yes.
After this game.
Stay tuned for that. Jillian Waller to Veluzzi. They're going to take as much time as they can on this possession with a 1-point lead. Bournemouth to the lane, no good. And the rebound by Olivia Chow. It's going to be a great finish here tonight. Londonderry and Merrimack. Two regional rivals now.
I know if
Chow, baseline 2 is good.
I know if Tomahawks superfan Kevin and his crew is here, he'd be getting pretty rowdy in the stands right now.
Another lead change in this game. Final minute, 33-32. Veluzzi to DeBillis, back to Bournemouth. And Coach Brian Dugan wants a timeout. 42 seconds left. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we have a 33-32 game. And it's going to be a sideline inbounds. So Coach Dugan drawing up the play here. Always got to watch the inbounders on these plays. So we'll see who his inbounder is. I have a feeling it's going to be Jillian Waller. But we will see. That would be my choice.
Whether you're a Lancer fan like Aunt Tricia in Illinois watching Sarah Clegg, or you are a Tomahawks fan like Karen is, or Aunt Jackie and Uncle John, we know that you're probably watching this on the edge of your seat. And thank you so much for watching Merrimack TV tonight. Thanks for being part of this game.
Veluzzi to inbound to Waller. Waller's going to take it herself. It's going to be out of bounds. No, they're going to say it's off Jillian. Oh, tough call there. It's Lancer's ball. Chow tipped by Bike. They got a 2-on-1. And she takes it in on Bournemouth. 35-32. Merrimack going to need a 3 here to tie. Or do they go for the quick 2? Veluzzi to the rack. Gets the 2 and a timeout. Nice job by Emma Veluzzi. So now they're going to make Londonderry hit their free throws here. Emma Veluzzi with a dozen tonight. That is a season high, I believe. Let's take a look. It is a new season high for Emma Veluzzi. Previously was 9 points. But a big take there and a big basket. Cuts it to a 1-point game. Merrimack will now need to foul or go for a steal here. Got to be very careful. They have 2 fouls to give before the bonus situation. So let's also factor that in. They're going to need a quick foul here. And they're going to go for a steal and see if they can get to the line. So 2 fouls to give for Merrimack. Or I should say 1 foul to give. 5 team fouls. Next one puts them in the bonus. Let's see what Londonderry comes up with here. 35-34. Crowd trying to get behind the Tomahawks. Trying to get to 7-6 on the season. Once again, kind of that second quarter really did them in this game. Let's see what we got. Man-to-man pressure. And they got the foul to give right there. With 10 seconds left. And now they have to foul and put him on the line here. Coach Theo saying he has a timeout if they need it. She thought about a touchdown pass there. Sabwani almost came up with the interception. And we got a foul. They got it to Rourke. That's the person they want with it. Oh, Sabwani was so close to getting that pick. Or just a piece of that ball. And it's Ashley Rourke at the line. If she hits 2, Merrimack will still have a chance to tie the game. Looks like Dugan has a full and a 30 left. Ashley Rourke shooting 1 and 1. First one is money. 19 for Rourke. The question is, there's too much time left. I was going to say, do you intentionally miss here? No thought of that. Baluzzi gets it to down court, and we get a timeout. 4.8 seconds left. And they will draw up the play. So 5 seconds left, 4.8 seconds. We'll see what Coach Dugan comes up with here. I think you want to get this in the hands of Waller or DeBillis. Those are your 3-point shooters. DeBillis has not, let's see, she only has the 2 tonight. Waller's hit a couple of 3s. Emma's hit a 3. But I think this has to be Jillian Waller, Nick. I think you got to go there. Put the ball in the hands of your best player. And they need a 3 to tie and send this game to overtime.
We haven't seen overtime at home this season. So
we have not.
let's see what happens.
Closest we came was that boys game against Timberland.
I know that Tomahawks fans and Lancer fans right now are on the edge of their seat. Those nachos in front of Uncle Matt are not being touched right now.
All right, let's see. Bike is the inbounder. Waller comes off the screen, gets a 3 from the corner. It's good, and we're tied at 37. That is the end of regulation, and Jillian Waller knocks it down.
The fans went wild. I know that Dan and Judy in Port Orange, Florida, are probably losing their brisket right now. Wow, super cool.
Huge bucket there for Waller. She came off the screen wide open and buries it. And we're tied at 37. We go to overtime.
Baloozy Nation losing their minds. Dan and Judy Waller in Port Orange, Florida are losing it right now. There's your Tomahawks. Uncle Matt, fire up the nachos. This game is not over.
4 minutes of overtime, and it's going to be possession arrow going to Londonderry to start the overtime. And
even if you're a Lancer fan, that was an exciting play for sure.
It was a perfectly executed play, and of course it went to Waller. I mean, you got to go to your best player in that situation.
Yep, I was right. I just took a look. Uncle Matt, it's a nail biter.
Ashley Rourke for Londonderry. We are in overtime. And a jump ball. Nice job by Jillian Waller.
Aunt Karen, just a simple yes with 19 exclamation points.
37 apiece is our third tie of the game. And we've had 7 lead changes. Tremendous basketball game tonight. Waller to Kira Bike. We'll see if Merrimack can ride the momentum into OT.
If Jessica Tate was watching right now, you know that we'd be getting a bunch of flame emojis.
3.5 minutes left. Bonus basketball tonight from the H. Dana Taylor Gymnasium. We are in overtime, 37 all. Jillian Waller, 3 to force overtime at the buzzer. Nice offensive rebound by Shannon Sabwani and Kira Bike. Sabwani, Bike, DeBillis, Waller, and Baluzzi up there for the Tomahawks. A barn burner here tonight.
Absolutely. I bet Colin Marr thought he was heading back to Bedford.
Good look for Sabwani, and she missed the shot. That's a great look down low. Sewanee, a guard, a little more comfortable, I think, up high, but we'll see what the Tomahawks defense comes up with here. 37 all. Nice look and a steal for Bike. She pushes it ahead to Waller, and Waller's going to pull it out. 2.5 to go in OT. Faluzzi to Waller. Faluzzi crosses over, gets it to Sewanee in the corner. 3 ball is no good. And the rebound to the Lancers. Rourke dishes it down low. Good look. And the 2-point try is good for Kylie McGurn. And she's got 4 points.
Uncle Matt says, giddy up, go Tomahawks in OT.
2 minutes left in overtime. 39-37, Londonderry. Waller to Beluzzi. Bike coming off the screen. Can't get her. Sewanee to Waller. And a foul. It's going to be on Ashley Rourke. But only the 4th team foul on the Lancers. So Bournemouth back in for Sewanee. Give him some nice minutes. And a timeout from Coach Dugan in the OT.
I'm sure when Mimi Merrick watched that 3-pointer, she probably lost it too. And of course, Aunt Katie in Montauk and East Hampton, Massachusetts. Your Tomahawks were on fire.
Well, that's a textbook play right there. You know, Waller coming off a double screen and getting the shot. You know, if you're Londonderry there, you know, hard to defend the best player on the team. And she got wide open, got the big tray, sends this game to OT. But only 1 basket so far in the overtime, and that belongs to Londonderry's Kylie McGurn, her first field goal of the night.
Hey, Brian, do you know the gentleman standing next to the athletic director, Mike Soucy?
I do not.
That is Kevin. He is a living legend. He's a very popular guy around Merrimack. He's one of our maintenance guys, and he is just the man. I heard him singing some music in the hallways today. It was great.
Excellent.
Kevin's always, pre-COVID, he was high-fiving kids in the halls, and just always kids would light up seeing him. He just really very personable and
all right,
super
Merrimack.
Positive attitude around the halls here at MHS.
Merrimack coming out of the timeout, 39-37. Kira Bike pops a 3, no good, and the rebound to Ashley Rourke. 1.5 to go in this one. First overtime, we should say. Good double team, and we got a foul. Nope. We got a foul. It will be on Emma Veluzzi, her 3rd, team's 8th foul. And Emma Veluzzi goes out to a nice hand as Sewanee comes in. And Ashley Rourke will take to the line. Rourke tonight has taken 10 free throws. She's hitting 9 of them. Oh, smooth as silk as she knocks down her 10th free throw. She has got 11 and 9, 24 points for Ashley Rourke. What a game. Merrimack has had no answer for her. Here's Sewanee for Merrimack. 3-pointer for Waller. Yes! Jillian Waller again.
Dan and Judy, Mimi Merrick, probably losing it right now.
It's a 1-point game. Chow with it for the Lancers. 50 seconds left. They got to be aggressive. And a timeout for Nick Theos and Londonderry. 41-40 with 46.9 seconds left. What a money three-point shot by Jillian Waller. She now has 18 for Merrimack. Ashley Rourke leading all scorers with 24. Londonderry, again, doing damage at the line. I mean, they have just been unbelievable at the free throw line tonight. That is what's keeping them in this game and has given them the lead, I should say. So we are here in overtime because of a Jillian Waller three-pointer from the corner at the buzzer to tie the game. And we'll see now if this Merrimack defense can come up with another stop. And we also have to credit, you really have to credit Emma Veluzzi as well for the two-point basket, the possession before. Taking the two that was there, not forcing a three. That really got them in this situation. Ooh, very close to a backcourt violation. Londonderry pulls it way out. And they trap Rourke. And we got a jump ball. It's going to be Merrimack ball on the jump. Excellent defense by Kira Bike and Lilly Davis on that one. It will be Tomahawk ball, 41-40. Bournemouth to Bike. Back to Bournemouth. She goes in for two. Yes! Kaylee Bournemouth, 42-41. And a foul on Sabwani. Oh, my goodness. And it is on Sabwani, her first. And that will put, I can't see the number. It looks like Schmidt at the line. 1-and-1 for Ashley Schmidt. No good. Rebound, Kaylee Bournemouth. And Merrimack with the lead. They're gonna take some time off the clock here. Bournemouth draws the foul with 13 seconds left. Coach Dugan saying, I have no timeouts, so you gotta be very careful. 13.3 seconds left. Bike is fouled. Londonderry have one more to give. So Schmidt now has three. She now has four. 11 seconds left. Exciting finish tonight. We are in overtime in Merrimack. Bournemouth gets fouled by Jordan Furlong. So KB will go to the line. And she'll try to put Merrimack in the lead here by at least 2 or 3. I believe Nick Theo still has a timeout. We will find out. So here's Kaylee Bournemouth, big free throw. And it's no good. Rebound to Ashley Rourke. Rourke brings it up. She's got 5 left. Tipped away by Kira Bike. Shot is up, no good. Rebound by Schmidt. And Sabwani hit the ground hard. Are they going to get Sabwani on foul? No, they got the Lancers. It is the foul on Rourke with 0.4 seconds left, and I think that's going to do it. Foul on Ashley Schmidt. She is done. And Sabwani will go to the line for 1-and-1. Only 0.4 left in this game. And what a finish tonight in Merrimack. It looks like the Tomahawks are going to win this thing. And Sabwani is going to put this on ice, I think. And her shot, no good. Rourke throws it down, and what a win tonight for your Merrimack Tomahawks as they come from behind in the fourth quarter and overtime to win this game by a final of 42-41.
And I know that we're going to hear from Coach Dugan when he has a moment. I'm not sure if he has to talk to his players first, but I'm looking forward to this little interview with Coach Brian Dugan. Hey, Brian. You got to do that first? Or right now?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So Coach Dugan's going to talk to his players, and he's going to come right back here for a little post-game interview with our own Brian Gagnon. And yes, it is very difficult to remember all these Brians here. I think the first game I called Brian Gagnon, our play-by-play guy, I think I called him Brian Dugan like 3 times.
That's all right. So, just a tremendous win tonight for Merrimack. I mean, down 4 in overtime. Down 3 at the end of the game there.
Sure.
Tremendous comeback win. Emma Veluzzi is your player of the game tonight for Merrimack. I mean, she's really stepped up on defense. But you also got to look at Jillian Waller. Those 3-pointers she hit, the one in overtime with your team down by 4. I mean, that's incredible. So we are inviting you to stay tuned here. Brian Dugan will be joining us for a little post-game interview. Stay tuned, but we will have the leading scorers for you in just a second here. As we go through the book, Emma Veluzzi had 12 points tonight for Merrimack. That is a season high for her. Shannon Sadwani with 2, Kira Bike with 2, Lilly Davis with 2, KB Kaylee Bournemouth with 6, and 2 huge baskets, the game-winning basket in overtime. Jillian Waller comes up with 16 for Merrimack, including the game-tying 3-pointer at the buzzer in regulation and the big 3-pointer in overtime to bring the game back within 1 point.
42-41, the Tomahawks take it. That's the final score. We're going to be joined by Coach Brian Dugan in just a moment. Just hang tight.
He's addressing his team right now after such a huge win.
Yep.
And can't blame him. I mean, that was – the team showed a lot of moxie tonight. I mean, we're going to talk about that in a second with him. And we're going to talk about that final play to Jillian Waller. Just a tremendous finish.
Once again, your final score, 42-41.
So Londonderry tonight, Shannon Ball with a pair. Kylie McGurn with 4. Ashley Rourke, the player of the game for Londonderry, 24 points. Ashley Schmidt with a pair. Olivia Chow had 9 points. And Sarah Clegg added 2. But really, the statistic of the game for Londonderry, 9 of 10, 12 of 13, 14 of 15, 15 of 16. They had 19 out of 21 at the line tonight. And the big one was the miss at the end there by Ashley Schmidt that I think, the pressure on her there, that was really the person I think Merrimack wanted at the line. They did not want the other Ashley there, Ashley Rourke, who was 9 out of 10. That is not the person they wanted at the line tonight. She was outstanding. Schmidt unfortunately missed that shot in overtime to tie it. Gave Merrimack the win, but 19 of 21 from the free throw line for the Londonderry Lancers tonight. Tremendous job.
So here's Coach Brian Dugan. He's going to chat with Brian Gagnon.
All right, battle. Here we go. Oh, no worries.
I just have a coach here to talk to our players.
That's right.
Thank you.
Battle of the Bryans here. All right, we get Coach Brian Dugan with us. Brian, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Tremendous win for your girls tonight. I mean, what can you say?
Again, I just tried to talk to them a little bit there. Wasn't pretty. I said 2 months ago we don't win that game. We pack it in and we give up. But again, these girls are just kind of learning to fight and stay in the game and just scratch and crawl for these things. And I said we just keep ourselves close, keep us in it, and just see how the chips fall. And again, not our best night offensively for sure. Missed a ton of layups,
Nope.
A lot of great look threes. But again, great execution down the stretch there. We ran that play off for Jill. Huge three. Again, she's a lights out shooter for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we executed towards the end of the game. We ran that fist, got that pick and roll for KB.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I give props to Shannon. Sadwani, unbelievable, tough. huge play down, playing big, get that huge rebound to seal that game.
Tremendous. Talk about the play for Jillian. That looked like it ran exactly how it was drawn up.
Yeah, we didn't run it the previous time out. We did not run it correctly, so we had some practice. But that second time we just ran that. Yeah, it was great. They executed it perfect. Down screen, pop, screen the screener, open. Yep. It was great.
Yeah, and excellent finish by Jillian. I think the most underrated play of that quarter, I think, was Emma taking the two, down by 3, about 20 seconds left, taking the 2 points, and giving yourself a chance. Even with Ashley hitting the 2 free throws there for Londonderry, but tremendous play by Emma.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't get, again, she's not one of the girls to fill up the stat sheet and the points and things like that, but Emma Valuzzi is, if we didn't have her, we're losing games by 20 points. She just does so many things that go unnoticed when you look at the newspapers and things like that. But to have a point guard for high school basketball, if you don't have one, you're in trouble. And we have a great one with Emma.
And she added the 12 points tonight, which is, you take the bonus for that.
Quiet 12 to me. Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely. And, and talk about Kaylee Bournemouth, what she adds to the team on both ends. Gets the game-winning basket tonight. The rebounding, the defense, what she add to your team?
She's kind of got like the ball for the nose, nose for the ball, as you could say it. Sorry. She just, she talks on D. She's just, the IQ is great. She gets it. And again, we had talked earlier, we didn't quite run that play the correct way. Come out, she picks up on it though. She knew. Now she knows. Hit the corner, go screen and roll, and good things happen. She's just very coachable. Very coachable.
Absolutely. Well, great win for your girls tonight. 7-6. It's a pretty successful season. Given like you said 2 months ago, you probably don't win this game, and 7 wins. Tremendous job by you guys.
Yeah, the talk was, hey, we got this team pretty good Tuesday. They're not going to roll over for us. That's a good team, well-coached team. We're kind of just we just have this chip on our shoulder right now. We feel like we're not getting as much credit as we should rolling into this tournament. Feel like we've had some great games, and we've been competitive, and I think we just have something still to prove, for sure.
So you get the winner of Wyndham and Pinkerton next Friday night.
Yes.
So going to have your hands full Friday night.
Yes,
but
exciting. It's exciting stuff. It's
very exciting.
And great to have a home game. It's awesome.
Oh, no question. So we look forward to the playoffs and look forward to watching you guys, and best of luck to you.
Yes. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Okay. Lily, you're up.
All right, we are now joined by Lilly Davis.
Hi.
How are you, Lily?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Awesome win for you ladies tonight. I mean, this was as exciting a game as we've seen all year. Talk about your team and the resilience you guys showed.
Yeah, I think that we definitely play as a team this year, which is really awesome. We've been working really hard in practice for this, and I think that a lot of people don't think that we could be in this position that we're in this year, so I think this was a good team win tonight.
Yeah, especially going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're going to have your hands full next week with Wyndham or Pinkerton. Big team win tonight. Talk about the play at the end for Jillian. That 3-point play to tie it.
Yeah, I think that was something that we tried to quickly run up on the board and hope that it worked. And luckily, Jillian's shot was on tonight and ended up being perfect and tied the game. And then we just went out and played hard in the overtime. Yeah,
down by 4 in overtime. You guys are probably thinking, probably not our night again, but you guys stuck with it.
Yeah.
What did you do defensively to stop Ashley Rourke? She was having a tremendous night.
Yeah, I think that we knew definitely not foul her because she was our shooter. We definitely tried to trap her up and just have really good help defense and just kind of kick it in for the last couple minutes. Yeah,
tremendous job tonight. And talk about Emma as well. I mean, 12 points tonight for Emma, which for me, I mean, just talking with Coach, almost kind of a bonus when you get 12 points from Emma, and talk about the job she did.
I think she did a tremendous job. We definitely have been working really hard in practice to work on her drive right there, and I think that she did an excellent job beating past her defenders. She had some really good looks, some good driving kicks, and just obviously could finish tonight at the rim, which was awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Lilly Davis, and we wish you best of luck in the playoffs next Friday night.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, and that was Lilly Davis joining us.
Lilly Davis, who was watching for Lilly tonight? We had so many people.
Oh, so many people, right?
Yeah.
So awesome that we had Lilly and Coach joining us to close out tonight's broadcast. playoffs next Friday night, and what a game tonight for Merrimack. What a way to close out our regular season.
Awesome game. Thank you for watching Merrimack TV. Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. Want to give a big shout out to Colin Marr back at the Town Hall TV studio. Student volunteer Aiden for helping us out. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Brian Gagnon with your play-by-play coverage. I've been Nicholas LaValle, the Town of Merrimack's Media Services Coordinator. Thank you so much for watching Merrimack TV. It's happening.
Merrimack TV is committed to our community. From gavel-to-gavel coverage of town and school board meetings to updates on town services and projects, we aim to keep you connected.
Good morning. I'm Kyle Fox, Public Works Director for the Town of Merrimack.
Hi, I'm Diane Trippett. I'm the Town Clerk Tax Collector for the Town of Merrimack.
I'm Captain Matt Tarleton with the Merrimack, New Hampshire Police Department.
And keep the public informed of every motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
And many moments, so you can be confident that we're here for you. Thanks for watching. Stay connected. Follow Merrimack TV on Facebook.